We're modding our pegs, everybody. See these? I mod them, and we're gonna put some super glue in there so they don't slide on us. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some super glue. And we're going to find an old broken spoke. Find one. I think we can use one of these too. We're going to be using this, just a, what should we call it? Zip tie. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just get some super glue. This. We're going to put the super glue on top of the zip tie like this. Oh, is this thing dry? Have some super glue on the top of that, just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this now, and we're going to be super gluing this in the middle right here.
To-do show up unexpectedly. Petco helps you cross off each one easier.
You got kind of money.
So you can get back to what it's all about.
And I think that's going to be good right there. So now what we're going to do. Oh my goodness, that song's gonna copyright. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our peg now, or our sleeve for our peg. We actually cut it just a little bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this in. Like so. That kind of like, I think that should work. And that hopefully gets it to where it stays in there. Now the thing is, you're just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait a bit for this to dry and set in. But once it does, I think it should be good. And we have a little bit of that cut at the top, so when we drop our bike down, it doesn't make as much noise. So let's do it on this one. Now we gotta find that look like this. So what you can do is you can take this and mark it over here. I guess you don't really need to be too exact. This peg is taking a long time to cut. Whoa. thing is taking forever. Come on. There we go. That one turned out very... So actually, by the way, if you guys have any... one of your tips on hacksawing, you can actually tell on this one. See this one? I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually... See how it's like skinnier down here and thicker up here? Well, the thing is that this one actually cut pretty good. Now the reason why it cut more evenly on this one is because I wasn't, because that's what I used to do, right? So if you're cutting with a hacksaw and you start just forcing it, the blade actually starts bending a little bit, and then so, I mean, I try to not do it on this one, but see, even if you force it just a little bit, the blade starts bending just a little bit, and you can't get a flush cut. This one was a pretty flush cut, though. Got it? Okay, so let's take our zip tie that we got, take our Gorilla Glue, we're going to put some Gorilla Glue on here. Careful not to drop it. We're going to take our peg sleeve and we're going to put it in here. I think that should be okay. So now when I slide this peg in, hopefully it glues it in place. A little bit more. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because if you start running flatland, these pegs start moving on you in here. Now they do make some sort of like actually this peg system right here actually has the things where you can put the Allen wrench in there. But the thing is I like the thing is if you don't have the right forks or the right axle thing, it doesn't really work very good. But it does work. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slide this in here and wait a couple hours and you'll run them. Oh, and make sure you clean this off, by the way. There we go. Now the reason why I cut it, by the way, I don't know why they don't just make the pegs like that. See how I cut this metal off of here from that? Well, it actually helps if you're riding in like a say if you some competitions they want people to do this, by the way. So say you ride in like a flatland competition inside like a mall and they have like porcelain floor or something like that. You can't ride a normal peg like this, where if you fall on the floor, you're gonna crack the porcelain and stuff like that. So this is why some flatland pegs they put the plastic stuff on there. But you can also do that on normal pegs. You don't have to get the flatland pegs. what you can do is you can just cut the peg and then slide the sleeve back in, but you have to glue the sleeve. That's the problem. But if you use the Gorilla Glue, you can glue the sleeve in place. And then what I do on the top of this is I just basically put skateboard grip tape to put on top of the thing, and now it's a flatland peg. It's a flatland peg, but also it's a grind peg. And how I learned this was I actually got inspired by Matthias Dandois, the French flatland rider that rides for Haro. He's the one that kind of, I think he might have been, I don't know if he was the first guy to do it. He's the first guy I saw doing it. Yeah, I love that song. Taking a chance, risking it all for the thrill of the moments. Ain't gonna fall. You always got it, trying to break you. Get ready to break the ice. Feels like time is standing still, aiming right for your heart. Ready to take another spill. Only you can make it right. You can break the ice inside of me. Oh, I love that song. I wish I could play it. I wish I could play the actual song, but it's on copyright, so I have to sing it. Now, I kind of want to use... What can I use this for? Maybe we can make some sort of... I don't know if I can make that. Dude, that color just looks... Doesn't that color just look pristine? I love that color. It just reminds me of life. What color do you guys think of when you think of life? I like to think about this color. Taking a chance, risking it all. Now you shouldn't be riding these, by the way. So tomorrow we'll be able to put them on. Hopefully it works. This time I actually didn't slot the pegs. Actually, this is actually a good example. So this is a Primo the wall tire, an old school Primo the wall tire. Now the thing is I have done this very same technique with some pegs, but I would take the hacksaw, and imagine this was the peg, right? I would hacksaw a pattern like that on the peg itself, and so then when I put the glue in there, it would glue it in place. But this time I didn't do that, so I'm wondering if it's even going to work. It might not even work. We're going to check. We're going to see tomorrow for our experimentation. Now, what would be really cool, one of the things that I've been, I heard from, I think it was actually, I don't know if it was from Brian Chapman, but it was from this documentary about people that make bicycles. And one of the things about people that make bicycles is a lot of them, you know how they start out? A lot of them start out by collecting old bike parts. And so even because a lot of these parts right here are broken, right? But the thing is if you guys want to maybe get into welding, like TIG welding, practicing maybe welding chromoly, the thing is that you need metal to practice. And the thing is that you can take a lot of these chromoly frames and, you know, you can hacksaw the tubes and stuff. And if you get the right welder, you can sit in there and actually practice on scrap metal. So a lot of this stuff, you know, it's weird because I didn't know how to get rid of it. So now I just have it in here. But a lot of these frames are broken, and I would like to maybe hopefully in the future maybe even get like some sort of welding system and then just start experimenting, maybe making some frames and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. But that's a long time from now, but I don't even think I'm ever going to get into it. But that is one of the reasons why I'm collecting all those courses, just in case, or if I meet somebody that wants to that needs some scrap metal and they want to practice welding chromoly and stuff like that, that I would have some scrap metal for them. Taking a chance, risking it all for the thrill of the moments.